life of a 24-year-old tech CEO. I just woke up to $883 on this fine 9/11 on a Sunday. So yeah, pretty good start to the day considering I basically don't do any work. Sundays are my optional off days, so Friday afternoon and Saturdays I just completely disconnect from my phone. I don't touch business. I don't even look at my messages, honestly. And then Sunday, if I feel like working, I'll work, and if I feel like doing absolutely nothing, then I'll do nothing. Gotta go to church, and then after church, don't really know what I'm gonna do. But even if I don't work, we'll see how much money I make. I'm probably gonna predict around $1,000 to $3,000. That's usually an average for like my off days, but we'll see. A lot of people love journaling. What takes it to the next level for me is when you're able to have like a real conversation with yourself. Alex Hormozi talked about it in one of his podcasts. I forgot what he called it exactly, but he basically pulls up a Google Doc and then pretends he's his 85-year-old self that knows everything and all the wisdom. And then he basically gives his current self his advice. But instead of typing in a Google Doc and pretending I'm 85 years old, I'm pretending I am myself now and I'm talking to my inner child or my inner teen state. Super hippy dippy, I know. Super complicated. Maybe I'll make a video on this. Let me know in the comments if you want me to, because usually if you feel less than, or if you feel defective, or if you feel needy, that's your child state talking. And if you feel like you want things to be perfect but they aren't, or if you feel better than anybody else, that's your teen state talking. So it just depends on the trigger I have for the day or what is bothering me the most, and then I just simply have a combo and then try to tame them down. It makes a world of a difference for your mental health. I've taken things to a whole new level in terms of my content, in terms of my business, after I started doing this specific exercise. It just gives you so much more clarity and helps you tame your emotions a bit better, especially when things are bothering you, especially when things trigger you. Running a little late. Church starts in 23 minutes. Takes about 10 minutes to get there. So a sane person would shower right away, but I am cold as fuck, so I'm gonna hit the steam room real quick downstairs. Okay, just kidding. The steam room wasn't even on. Yeah, I think it's gonna take too long before it gets hot. I don't have time for that, so I just wasted my time. Just called my Uber to church. I am running so late, and I might be the only person that Ubers to church, but all good. I just wanted to say, like, growing up, like, I only really went to church because my parents forced me to. I was raised as a Catholic, went to CCD. For all my Catholics, you know what that is. It's just basically Catholic school. You learn about God from like first grade all the way till basically freshman year of high school. And I always almost resented it. I was like, dude, I don't want to go here. I don't feel like it. This is all just so boring, all that. And so when I moved to Chicago, about 2.5 years ago, this is summer 2022, I didn't go to church for almost like my first 2 years because I just felt like I didn't need to. And then around February of this year, February 2024, my grandfather passed away. I didn't really knew how to react. I wasn't that close with my grandfather. My grandfather lived in the Philippines, and obviously I'm in America, and I barely ever saw him. But it still hit me in a way. It's the first time I ever felt death head on. Like, I would hear about people dying all the time. Like, my dad's grandparents died when I was super young, so I never really knew them. They were also in the Philippines, so I didn't know how hard that was for my dad. And so my mom's grandfather, the one that died this past February, like, I met him a couple times. Like, I talked to him. We took a couple pictures together back in my freshman year of college in 2019. So this was like the first time, like, I knew someone that died. And honestly, I didn't really know how to cope with it. Like I said, it was my first time experiencing death firsthand. And so I just started reflecting on myself and what I wanted out of life and, you know, what I believed in. And it just drew me back to going to church. Now, in Christianity, there's a ton of different denominations. Like, we're talking thousands. So I grew up as a Catholic, which was like the first source of Christianity, but there's been a lot of variations. And so when I was doing my research, I understood like why I resented going to church so much. It's because I didn't really believe and I didn't really align with a lot of the Catholic values. I just started going with general Christianity, where it's all about your faith and your relationship with God himself. And that's all that really matters. As long as you believe and as long as you have the values of what a person with a good relationship with God should be, then you're cool. And by the way, for all my other non-Christian people following me, trust me, I didn't go to church for like 2 years. Like, I understand everybody has their own different beliefs. This is just what I've been going through, but I respect everybody with their own beliefs and what they think God, or if there even is a God, is. But yeah, anyways, I was doing my research, and yeah, I just felt really aligned with just going with general Christianity, like non-denominational. And so it's a weird balance, because in business, I believe in a lot of science and ownership principles. Like, I use the theory of evolution for a lot of things in business, like having a bunch of different variation and letting natural selection do its thing in terms of my ads, in terms of my content, in terms of my scripts. Like, everything in business, I always use the theory of evolution and other science principles. But I realized it's not just an or conversation. It's not science or God. It could be both, right? Maybe God created the science. Another thing that is a weird balance is, in business, for me, like, I've always found the best success when I take complete ownership. When I feel like no one's coming to save me, nobody's gonna do anything. Like, I have to take complete ownership of my situations. That's all my fault where I'm at right now. And I'm not gonna go anywhere unless I take full responsibility and change my life. Because the only way to change my life is have control of my life. And the only way to have control of my life is to actually take ownership. And so I always struggle with this with Christianity. It's like, well, if God's watching me, why isn't he helping me out? If God's watching me, why did he put me in this situation? But again, it's not an or conversation, it's both, right? Maybe God put me in this situation so that I can actually take ownership and I could grow and I could get stronger. But yeah, looks like my ride is coming through, so I got to roll. I am so late. It's like 10:36, church started at 10 o'clock.
And we thank the Lord this morning. Envelopes, if you fill out an envelope. This morning I was just thinking.
Just got off church. Pretty much have nothing else to do for the day. So probably just gonna take a walk back to my crib. The walk from church to my crib is about an hour, 15 minutes. But I got time, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to some classic Alex Hormozi podcast while walking. Get about like an hour 15 of just learning some straight sauce. Because pretty much the only reason why I'm not at $1 million a month is I just have like this ignorance debt. I just don't know how to get there yet. I fucking motorcycle, come on now. You don't have to flex on us. But yeah, I just don't know how to get there yet, right? I don't have the skills, belief, and knowledge to do so. So the best way to get those skills, belief, and knowledge is to learn from people who've already been there. And so I listen to a lot of podcasts like Charlie Morgan, Alex Hormozi, just always trying to learn from people ahead of you to get to where you want to be. And also, a little side note, speaking of good things happening today, thank you God, my influencer Bilal said he had a 198,000 view video, which is really cool because now that we're getting influencers to promote our software for me, I don't have to do as much call to actions in my content, and I can start focusing more on building a real brand. Weird call to action, but if you are an influencer that has over 10,000 organic followers on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, we'd love to talk to you, we'd love to partner, and of course we pay extremely well. So just shoot me a DM, maybe DM me influencer on Instagram at Renzo_Guevara. We'd love to partner with you, we'd love to work with you. But anyways, time to walk back home. Again, hour 15-minute walk, but nothing your boy can't handle. Let's get it. While I was watching some Think Media on YouTube, I was like, you know what, I might as well just get the paid course. I don't want to go through all these YouTube videos, try to find what I need. I just want everything laid out in a plan so that I could get through this as fast as possible. So your boy spontaneously bought their $97 a month course in Community. I'd say that's the biggest reason why I've been able to grow and scale super fast. So I was able to take this brand new software company from $0 to $100,000 in total sales in 2 months. And why I've been able to make $2 million profit online so far is because I never try to figure things out on my own. I always just try to learn from people ahead of me. You know, that means paying. That's okay. Because I say it all the time, like, you're either gonna have to pay with money or time. Money you could always get back and see a return on investment, but time you can never get back. So I'd rather invest money up front and save me time and get results faster than trying to do everything by myself. And so I did the math a couple months ago. Like, I spent over $50,000 in different courses, masterminds, etc. So like I said, that's allowed me to make money online way faster than so many other people. And I only make my first dollar online, but hit 10K a month my first month, then eventually scale to 100K a month. And now I'm trying to scale to $1 million a month, and I need to know more. And I need better knowledge, and I need more experience knowledge. And so a lot of people ask me, like, how do I know what course to buy, or how do I know what to learn? So I always say, like, look at the problem in front of you. Like, what is the biggest constraint holding you back from scaling, holding you back from making more money? And so a couple weeks ago, that was our email deliverability was trash. Like, we were getting like 5-7% open rates. So I took an email course, and now our open rates are like 20-30%. And now we're making a whole lot of money from email. A couple weeks before that, my Instagram views were down. So I had my content coach, Mino, help me out with his coaching program. Before that, we were starting this brand new drop service offer. And so I needed to take a mastermind course, how to start a real software / mastermind company. So whatever the big constraint in front of you is holding you back from making more money is the exact course you should be buying to grow the business for. So right now, if we're looking at all the problems, of course, there's tons of different fires I gotta put out in business. But the biggest one I found is you have to solve the problem that if you solve it, everything else really doesn't matter. So for me, like I know if I build the best brand possible on social media, like everything else will fall into place, right? So that involves Instagram, which obviously I have, my content coach help me out with that, but I don't really have anybody for YouTube, right? So I'm like learning through all these different YouTube videos, all these different podcasts. And now today, like I said, just bought this YouTube course to take my brand to the next level, because that is a big constraint holding me back from scaling to $1 million a month or more. It is building that huge brand that everybody recognizes, everybody loves, and most importantly, that everybody will buy from. So yeah, don't be scared to invest in yourself, because that is the biggest reason why I am where I am today. And hey, if you want to be like me, you gotta do what I've done. AKA invest in yourself, your knowledge, your skills, and mentorship. And so shameless plug-in, not really trying to sell you anything in this video, don't worry. But if you are interested in learning from me and getting all my skills and all my knowledge and experience, I do have a coaching program myself called the Drop Service Inner Circle, where it is my beta group, AKA my test group, helping people make money online by just typing messages on their phone. So if you are interested in working with me and getting coached by me, just check out the link in my description. I could care less if you join. Not a hard sales pitch. If you want to join, you can. I can't force you to do anything. Up to you. Just check out the link in my description. It should be the first link, and you can check out all the details there. But anyways, back to the vlog. For all my Chicagoans, I don't know if you could see that, but Mario's Italian Lemonade has the best Italian ice in Chicago. So 10 out of 10 recommend. One of the best desserts in Chicago. Also, if you didn't know, I studied engineering, specifically computer science in the University of Virginia, and I actually did graduate in 3.5 years. Had a Microsoft internship. I let go of everything, specifically dropped my Microsoft career to do what I do full time, running my marketing agency. And so a lot of people asked me back when I first dropped, like, what did my parents say? Like, you have Filipino parents, they're Asian. Like, were they disappointed? Like, what happened? Your boy had the dream job that almost every student, every college kid wanted. I had a software engineering internship at the FANG company. FANG stands for Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, and if you replace the N with an M, there's Microsoft. So basically FANG. Anyways, I had the dream internship, right? So I crushed it in school, crushed it in college until I got the Microsoft internship, then I kind of coasted from there. I got to the point where most parents would be hella proud and most parents would brag about their son if they were able to accomplish what I just did, which was get that Microsoft internship. And so when I was thinking about dropping, I just showed them like the amount of money I was making. I showed them my bank account. I showed them how much Microsoft was paying me. And I was already making more with my marketing agency at the time compared to the amount of money I would have been making full time with Microsoft. So it was just like a no-brainer decision. I'm a very logical guy. As you can tell, an emotionless robot. Yeah, it was really that simple. I just let the money do the talking. So if you are ever struggling about a big decision, maybe like dropping out of college, dropping out of your job, maybe even like starting a business in general, let the numbers do the talking. Just shut up, don't say anything. And then once you start making hella money with your business, then you could tell all your friends, then you could tell your parents. But until then, zip it, be quiet, because if you let them in, if you let them know what you're doing before you're making money, everybody's gonna tell you you're crazy. Everybody's gonna tell you, oh, you're wasting your time, stop being an entrepreneur, you're wasting such a golden opportunity with school and college and getting a financially safe job. Like, fuck that. Just avoid all of that in the first place. Get results up front and then show people. And then people can't say shit because you already made all that money. And if you already told your family or you already told your friends and they're talking shit, trust me, that happens at every level. Whether you're at 0 trying to get to 10K a month, you're at 10K a month trying to scale to 100K a month, or even like me, 100K a month trying to get to $1 million a month. Everybody always talks shit. You wanna know why? Because people don't like other people doing different things because they don't want to feel like you're doing better than them. Right? Everybody wants to feel like they're the best. And look how beautiful Chicago is, man. Normally people hate on Chicago because it gets cold as fuck in October. But I don't know if it's like global warming or anything, but it's 75 degrees in late October. This is crazy. Just got back from the walk. I am hot as fuck. Time to change. That's better. About to head out, get some Chipotle, the daily cafeteria. After that, gonna Uber over to my girlfriend's crib in the burbs. crib. Took a basically an hour long Uber ride to get here in the burbs, but now we're here. We have no plan. It is a nice day outside though, so maybe we'll go somewhere. I don't know. Behind the scenes of the Allison Beck's YouTube channel. What's the makeup look for today?
I don't want to look ugly.
Mission already accomplished.
There's the makeup look. Don't look
Looks like
ugly.
no makeup required. All right, we'll just do a little before or after in 3, 2, 1, step. Boom. Look at that. Nothing like being passenger princess. Where are we going?
We are going to the mall because that's the only thing there is to do in the burbs.
We made it. We went there for National Boyfriend Day last year. Maggiano's. Uncle Julio's used to be one of my favorite places growing up in Virginia.
Why do you hold it like that? The angle's so bad.
There we go. So close.
Oh.
Apparently the tables outside are taken. I see a lot of empty tables though, but that's okay. I know I just had Chipotle, but we have another Mexican bowl. How would you rate the meal, Allison?
Like a 7.
That was alright. Dinner was only $47, so I think like every restaurant from my childhood just tastes like way better in my memory. It's probably like nostalgia or something. Alright, we're back at Allison's crib. Gotta watch some more classic Love is Blind if you've been watching the vlogs. We're pretty much done with season 7 besides the finale. That's not coming out till this Wednesday. So we just have one last season to watch, which is season 5. We already watched 1 through 4, 6, and almost 7. Let's get it. We also have Allison's favorite cake. Why are we eating cake, Allison?
Because, well, for your 10K celebration.
Just got back from my girlfriend's crib. Your boy is feeling very rested. I feel like I've had such a good mental break over the weekend away from work. So super stoked to get back on the grind tomorrow and grow my company to that next level I've been looking for. Specifically to that $1 million a month and beyond. Oh, and before I forget, official numbers for the day. I made $2,147. So not amazing, but hey, there's always tomorrow. Speaking of, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.